2018 Mazda MX-5 Miata RF. 2018 Mazda MX-5 Miata RF Review. An amazing roadster trades some simplicity to the benefits of a great roof and coupe-like look. 4-star overall score. The 2018 Mazda MX-5 Miata requires a classic method of sports car design featuring its lightweight and diminutive size. It feels a lot more like an extension on the driver than the usual box you sit in. Even with just 155 horsepower, it's one on the most engaging cars traveling at any price, all night. Your head-in-view air is definitely an integral part of that experience. The MX-5 Miata RF, or Retractable Fastback, swaps out your cloth roof in the convertible and replaces it that has a fold-away roof panel and rear window, leaving such as a wide roll bar supported on long buttresses just behind the passenger compartment. The metal roof creates a slightly quieter car together with the top-up and offers the Miata a distinct coupe-like look. The trunk size continues to be same, involving the hard as well as the soft top, so that you don't lose what little practicality the Miata offers. The trade-off is you don't get the complete open-air experience, plus the metal roof, along which consists of complex folding mechanism, adds about £100 plus a higher price towards the lighter-weight roadster. But the RF version remains to be a blast to operate a vehicle. If you're ping for the affordable sports vehicle, the Miata RF provides you with a unique mixture of coupe and convertible attributes. What's new? The noticeably change for 2018 may be the addition of heated, leather-trimmed Recaro seats towards the Brembo brakes and BBS wheels package. Advanced keyless entry is actually standard equipment. Our top must-have to the MX-5 may be the slick 6-speed manual, and that we think any additional equipment the manual is sold with on the club trim, say for example a limited slip differential and sportier Bilstein dampers, make for the best driving experience. The club also comes together with the same infotainment system as being the Grand Touring, without as much navigation, basic active precautionary features, as well as a handful of nice conveniences, so it is by no means Spartan. Trim levels and features. The 2018 Mazda MX-5 Miata RF can be found in two trim levels, Club and Grand Touring. We like the Club because of its available sport-oriented hardware, although buyers seeking more comfort and amenities will gravitate toward the Grand Touring's longer report on convenience features. Both trim levels are equipped having a 2.0-litre 4-cylinder engine, 155 horsepower, 148 pound-feet of torque, and are available having a 6-speed manual or perhaps a 6-speed automatic transmission. Standard equipment within the Club includes LED headlights, blind spot monitoring and rear cross-traffic alert, keyless entry and push-button start, a 7-inch infotainment screen that has a console-mounted rotary control knob, a 9-speaker Bose stereo with headrest speakers, and cloth upholstery. Manual-equipped Club models include the sportiest, gaining a rich-in suspension, Bilstein dampers, limited slip differential and shock tower brace, so that it is our version of preference. Manual Club models is usually optioned with upgraded Brembo front brakes, BBS wheels and heated Recaro sport seats. Grand Touring models, designed with heated leather seats, navigation, a cloth-lined top, automatic climate control, adaptive headlights and lane departure warning, skewed toward the posh end. These features are nice to get, but strike us as contradictory on the Miata's elemental nature. Then again, a power folding top isn't exactly simple either. Still, at the least there's a choice between sport-oriented and comfort-tuned versions as an alternative to some middling compromise. Trim tested. Each vehicle typically is available in multiple versions which might be fundamentally similar. The S in this particular review derived from our full test in the 2017 Mazda MX-5 Miata RF Grand Touring, 2.0 litres inline-4, 6-speed manual, RWD. Driving. The MX-5's power numbers won't illuminate enthusiasts, nevertheless the car's uncanny capacity to carry speed through corners and its lean muscle mass, the RF weighs just 2,468 pounds, helps make the power feel perfectly. Acceleration. Others are quicker. Nevertheless, the MX-5 impresses with near-instant engine response and linear power. The RF is heavier over a soft-top Miata, so we are really not surprised it's become about a half second slower to 60 miles per hour within our testing. We measured a 0 to 60 miles per hour duration of 7 seconds. Braking. The brakes feel sure and predictable in daily use, even during rambunctious driving with your favorite mountain road. Our car stopped from 60 miles per hour in 110 feet within our panic stop test, and under repeated tests the space remained consistent. Steering. The steering effort is usually a tad lighter than we'd want, and feedback can be a little muted too. Even so, steering feel is immediate as well as the car reacts accurately to driver input. And the controls has just the best grip feel. It's one on the best now available. Handling. Precise and predictable are definitely the operative words. The RF reacts far better to smooth and deliberate commands, but it is still supremely fun to toss right into a corner with abandon. There's more little bit body roll than you could expect, but it really doesn't hurt the MX-5's capacity to devour corners one bit. Drivability. Even however the RF can perform entertaining performance, it is easy to operate a vehicle and enjoy in everyday commuting situations, even that has a manual transmission. It's hard to mention just how much we like the sunshine but direct acting clutch plus the near perfect shifter. No one can it better. Comfort. Two-seat roadsters aren't recognized for comfort, though the RF proves otherwise using a compliant suspension and innovative seats. Today's MX-5 is quieter than before, nevertheless it still leaks wind and road noise. The RF's retractable hardtop doesn't help much either. The racket is part in the allure for many. Seat comfort. The mesh suspension seat construction cradles occupants with just the proper amount of support without hard pressure points. The side bolsters provide ample lateral support without having to be intrusive. After hours of driving, they're very comfortable and do not stifling. Ride comfort. Despite its small dimensions and sporty intentions, the Miata isn't punishing. There's a good amount of compliance to smooth over bumps, but bigger potholes can send a shiver throughout the chassis. Long trips won't be problems. Noise and vibration. Road and wind noise is prevalent at highway speeds while using top-up, but not towards the point that it is intrusive. With the reload, the RF is merely marginally quieter than while using cloth top when cruising, and it's really even louder at full stomp. The exhaust sound is really a pleasant tenor. Climate control. The classic 3-dial array with knurled outer dials to regulate temperature, fan speed and vents is appropriate for the RF's retro foundation. It's also basic and effective. The air conditioning cools the cabin quickly, even using a hot day using the top down. The seat heaters help similar urgency. Interior. The RF's interior features quality materials plus an elegant design that prioritizes the fun of driving. Excellent overall visibility and intuitive tech reinforce that standard, and you won't find much cargo or small item storage. Some drivers will fight to get comfortable when driving. Ease beneficial. The primary controls are well placed around the driver. The infotainment screen is usually watched using a quick glance and might be controlled by touch or which has a knob controller. It's one from the best even when the knob's placement isn't ideal. The compact cabin helps to ensure that everything is within easy reach. Getting in, getting out. An average-size adult may have no problem slipping to send and receive, though this low-slung car may very well be difficult for individuals who can't bend in addition to they are accustomed to. Taller drivers may have to curl themselves throughout the opening once the top increased. The short doors aid access in tight parking spots. Driving position. The tire tilts but doesn't telescope. The seat also isn't height adjustable, most drivers will likely be okay using the pedals, shifter and controls placement. But shorter drivers might need to slide the seat toward reach the pedals, then slide the seat back and exit. Annoying but tolerable. Roominess. Typical adults may deem the cockpit snug enough to sense that they're wearing the auto, playing with a good way that bolsters the driver-to-machine connection. But drivers over 6 feet tall may push the boundaries of head and legroom. Visibility. Forward visibility will be as good because it gets, with panoramic windshield positioning and narrow roof pillars. But the rear side pillars, which give the vehicle its coupe look, using the top up and Targa look, together with the top down, do block some rearward sight leans when reversing or changing lanes. Quality. The interior quality meets the expectations for your price. It's also much nicer versus the interiors of Toyota 86/Subaru BRZ coupe alternatives. Utility. No one expects a 2-seat convertible to become a utility machine, thus, making this hardly a serious drawback. A tiny trunk, no backseat, no glove box and limited cabin space mean the RF isn't the top car for hauling large items. Small products are more easily accommodated, just don't bring some of them. Small item storage. A tidy bin placed vertically relating to the seat serves as a less convenient glove box since there isn't one. It's your primary location for small items, wallets, phones, plus it holds a normal amount of stuff. The removable cup holders are merely good for holding cups, and they also can obstruct shifting. Cargo space. Space is usually a significant drawback, along with the Miata's 4.6 cubic foot trunk is smaller compared to the previous generations. But it's not the hardtop's fault since the soft-top Miata's trunk would be the same size. The trunk opening is big and it also packs easily. Use soft-sided duffels to discover the most out of it. Child safety seat accommodation. There's sufficient room for first child or toddler inside a forward-facing seat or booster only. No latch anchors or top tether, hence the seat must allow seat belt anchoring. The car's occupant sensor will disable the passenger airbag and illuminate a warning sign when the child seat is suited. Technology. The Miata must balance driving purity that has a driver's wish to have modern connectivity and safety tech, which add weight and slow the auto. But despite the presence of features like blind spot and lane departure warning as well as a 9-speaker stereo, the RF isn't much slower when compared to a cloth top without the products. Audio and navigation. The 9-speaker Bose system, with speakers inside the headrests, results in good sound while motoring. Nonetheless, it struggles to contest with ambient noise. Audiophiles requires aftermarket help for additional volume. The sophisticated nav system operates by 7-inch touchscreen or center console dial controller. Smartphone integration. The USB connection tends to make easy smartphone, media device integration. Bluetooth is similarly breezy for connecting, stream audio and utilizes phone interface. Mazda has promised to feature Apple CarPlay and Android Auto functionality via software update at some time. Driver aids. Lane departure warning seems anathema with a car such as the RF, but it is there as well as other modern aids, including blind spot monitoring and rear cross traffic warning. Automatic high beams and LED headlights that bend light into turns in sync together with the front wheels undoubtedly are a nice touch. Voice control. Voice commands are accessed through a tyre button, including standard commands for placing calls, navigating to destinations, and moving through music selections. Long-term road test. To find out more about the Mazda MX-5 Miata of the generation, watch our updates at a full year of living that has a soft-top 2016 Mazda MX-5 Miata. We cover anything from seat comfort to real-world fuel economy. Please note that this RF differs from our long-term MX-5 Miata because it runs on the different roof. It's the same generation, and provides a similar experience while traveling, so the vast majority of our observations still apply.